All right. Movie Monday. Now, last one of these we did was Ed Wood, and we got a lot of credit for that one. We got a lot of people saying that, commenting. Well, not commenting, but let's be honest. A lot of you are our friends, and you're messaging us how you like the review and how it's a forgotten classic and this and that, and how it was actually the height of Tim Burton's career. So let's blow that shit out of the water right now. After Ed Wood, we're coming back with...
Oh, of course it messes it up!
I want this to be stuck in your head.
Yes, so do I.
There's the banging again. Alright, so...
That's not bothering you at all.
No, it's only been all morning. A little backstory to why this movie. I got this Willy's Wonderland. It's the Nick Cage animatronic movie when it first came out, and yes, it's still in the plastic. Haven't gotten around to watching it yet. We were going to watch it several times, but something always came up.
Yep.
But you had never seen this.
No.
So before we see this, I wanted her to see this. Because let's be honest, both of these, and I promised I wouldn't bring this up too much, they're Five Nights at Freddy's knockoffs. Five Nights at Freddy's, it's another word for knockoff. Other studio, cash-ins. Cash-ins, that's the word I'm looking for, cash-ins. So, yeah, I wanted to start with this, and then we're going to watch this.
I can't wait. I'm very excited to watch.
And hopefully, by the time we're done watching this, which will probably be about, 2-3 weeks, that Five Nights at Freddy's movie will actually... and that's not going to happen. Okay. Banana Splits movie.
You laughed and scared me there.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Kinda. No, this... When did I get this? I should have looked this up real quick. It came out in
2019.
Yeah, 2019. It's 89 minutes. It's a comedy horror, supposedly. And when I say supposedly, I mean this. Sci-Fi, of all people, got the rights to the Banana Splits and didn't know what to do with it. So someone at Sci-Fi said, hey, let's make a comedy horror movie out of it. And that's kind of what they did. That's the gist of it. In this universe, the Banana Splits have been on the air since the 60s and are still going strong. The plot of the movie is, it's a young boy, was it Harvey or Harley?
Harley.
Harley.
I approved of both of the kids' names.
Is 9 years old, yes. Harley's 9 years old, doesn't have any friends, has a older brother, half older brother, lives with his mom and his dad. Now, the half brother, it's not his dad, it's his stepdad. You got all that? Great, because it takes time to actually explain that in the movie. They're watching a live taping of the show for his birthday with a whole audience of people. That's important-ish. The older brother flirts his way into getting his little brother
in to see the
Banana Splits after the taping of the show. Okay, now, it is common knowledge in this universe that it is not guys in suits. That it is robots. It is animatronics. Now, it doesn't say whether or not they were animatronics in the 60s, but they're animatronics now. So, that being said, two things kind of get ruined, which is when they rip the costume off the one and you see the robotic arm, no one's in shock.
Yeah.
I thought there would be a little bit of shock, but no, everyone knows the robots.
Although Harley did kind of like back away when he saw his robotic hand, but then he was like, oh, okay.
Then he held it. And they walked away.
Yep.
That and, okay, there's a lot of points in this movie that they should have addressed and didn't. The reason why these Banana Splits are now murderous is because the one, what's its name?
The
one with the glasses, the lion.
The lion is...
I know the elephant is Snorky.
Drooper.
Drooper needs a systems update because he almost gets a kid killed accidentally. This is before all...
Yeah, not on purpose.
All the hell goes to hell. So during the system
all the
update...
hell goes to hell.
I said what I meant. During the system update, he gets a virus. Now, why he's getting this system update and a virus comes into him, the new executive of the studio is coming in to tell the head of this particular studio, I'm not sure if that works like that. If you're a head of a studio, I thought you were a head of all the studios.
Yeah.
That he's canceling the banana splits. Even though they're still popular, they're still bringing in money, it's not hip and cool and dark for him. Gee, I wonder what happens to him. So, Drooper,
yes.
Drooper is actually seeing this while getting the virus. The coding in program, whatever, is the show must go on in this animatronic. So, they start killing the executives and the higher-ups. Now, that is one thing I want to point out is it's, if he got the virus, why are they all affected?
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that.
But no, they are all killing adults. They're not killing children because they are actually, you find out through the course of the movie, they're kidnapping the children, putting them in another studio, and making them watch the show because the show must go on. And what is the show? The children are watching the executives and their parents get murdered. This goes from, like...
lighthearted and kind of funny.
Lighthearted and kind of Blood Diner-ish to you're murdering people in front of 30 children. It's tones go.
Yeah.
But one, it's a comedy horror, and I say comedy in a way of a studio trying to make a comedy where none of the jokes hit. And horror as in, it's a slasher. There's nothing scary in this. It's really great makeup effects. And it's just these four. Well, technically, you don't see Snorky kill anything.
No, Snorky didn't do anything. Snorky's the elephant. Bingo is the ape.
Bingo's the ape. He's the guy. Here.
Fleagle
Snorky
is
Bingo.
the dog.
Fleago's the one missing half of his face, and then there was Drooper. That's them.
So Drooper started it all, but it wasn't technically his fault.
It's a robot. It was doing what it was programmed to technically,
yeah.
And it got a virus. And with the exception of like the four main actors, that's the two kids, the mom, and the kid's friend who didn't want to be there. She was the only person that showed up for this kid's birthday party.
Yeah. I approved of her name.
Her name was Zoe, yes.
And I also approved of the little boy's name, too, because I was almost named Harley.
Yes. Everyone else in this movie is just... They're fodder.
Pretty much.
The people that get left behind are... There's a vlogger with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
A stage dad with a 9-year-old daughter who he's trying to make famous, and all she does is sing songs about sex, and she doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. There's
a page named Paige. We actually liked her, and we didn't want her getting killed.
Yeah,
I didn't want the other Paige getting killed either.
No, I was actually kind of sad.
He's the only one that was like, "Oh, you're not fodder," but he was like there,
and then he wasn't
gone.
There.
His body's at the end of the movie.
Well, he was trying to get everybody out.
Yeah, well, we see how well that worked because there's literally behind his body is all the adults in a pile.
There was a pile of parents.
All these kids' parents.
There was a pile of parents.
But everyone in this movie, with the exception of the leads, is just there to be killed. The kills are awesome, but they are there to be killed, including the his name is Stevie, the human counterpart to the banana splits.
How everyone always has
in them kid shows. Everyone's always in a costume except for that one human. And that one human is like playing someone who's supposed to be either a kid or a teenager, and they're clearly in their 40s. That's this guy. And I think he had the most memorable kill in this. They took one of them giant lollies and shoved it down his throat.
It made me gag.
Like the other kill is the guy getting sawed in half. You were in a magic stage.
Magic
you knew
shop
that was
or
coming.
whatever.
But the one guy got a key shoved up his back, and like they actually showed the spine ripping out.
Yeah, but that was after they burned his face.
Good kill, but it's
really
like
good kill.
A key did that, and that spine looked a little too clean. That's just me being nitpicky.
No, it did.
And then
You're
the
not
lady,
wrong.
she got a mallet to the face, and the irony there is she was the studio head, and she was asking for a mallet because the mallet was important to like.
It wasn't big enough.
A kid's game, like you got to get through like a double dare.
Yeah.
With the physical challenge, and then at the end,
the sloppy challenge.
Hit a button with a hammer, and so she gets killed with that hammer because they couldn't find a hammer. That's the irony there. I'm trying to think of like the really big. That was it for like them. Then there's the executives getting ripped in half. Not even in half. They ripped out all of his limbs in front of the kids during the show, and he just dropped dead. I'm starting to realize now that there's not really a big body count in this movie.
No, there's
not.
not.
There's a security guard who, of course, isn't looking at someone. He's looking away, and when someone touches him, his head falls off. Again, I don't think the human body works that way.
No. That's because it wouldn't even be standing. It would just drop.
There's the cheating husband who gets hit by a car not once, but twice. And that
was my favorite kill, I'm not going to lie.
Then there's the off-screen kill of the guy that created him. Because of course, in this big studio...
Kill. I'm going to call that a kill. I'm not even going to call it...
You didn't say it, because you didn't say it, because it was an off-screen kill. You just see him getting slashed.
Like, we don't know. We really don't know.
I'm going to go with he got killed. But of course, in this grandioso studio with all these stages and everything in it, the back room looks like a 1950s science lab where these things are made.
It just looked cruddy and creepy.
That's what I'm getting. It looked cruddy and creepy. You would think, you're creating these things. How about a sterile environment and make everything gray and like white walls?
Or like at least like a
But that's
like a workshop. Like a nice workshop.
That's the feel of this movie. Is like everything is like bright and colorful, and even the kills are. And then we have this back room, and then we have the studio, which is like in a sewer, where they're killing all the parents in front of the kids. Like it takes three different tones. I'm coming off as like hating this movie. I really didn't. It's an 89-minute blow through.
And honestly, like, here's my review on it. I liked it. Mm-hmm. I really liked it. They really tried. Yes, I know they had $1 million budget.
I think it was It's a little shaky on the budgets. We've been spending, yesterday and today, because we watched it last night, trying to look up some information on this.
There's not much.
There's really
not much.
We know it was around $1 million budget, and there's one other fact that I'm holding on to, like, for close to the end.
Also, in answer to your question...
Okay, two facts. One, all the people in the suits, they were dancers, not stuntmen. That's all I know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But in answer to your question, were they the original costumes? No. They were made in the likeness, but they just had an update. Like a updated...
I don't know why I asked that. I would just think, hey, it would have been cool to, like, see the costumes, like, on one of the TVs in the backgrounds, or maybe had the original costumes over there. But, yeah, it's basically we're trapped in the studio with these killer robots. We need to get out now. And I just said there's not a big body count, and I just said there's a pile of bodies over there.
Yeah, but I mean, that we don't know personally.
Killed.
Yeah, you don't see them.
There's a lot of deaths, you just don't see it. And there is a sequel coming out in November, and which is funny because you actually asked about a sequel, and I went, no, why would they make a sequel to this? And then I immediately looked it up, and
we were in the car, and you're like, oh, they are making a sequel.
In November, and it's called The Banana Splits Road Split instead of Road Trip.
Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, they really tried with the budget that they had. Yeah. I thought they did a fantastic job on the prosthetics and the makeup and like the eye popping out of her thing, the blisters on the guy on the guy's face.
The fire itself needed some work, but the makeup on it was awesome.
The makeup was really good.
The only thing, I guess you would call it, not even makeup wise, prop wise, that I had a problem with is when you start seeing the robot underneath, you can tell they really didn't have a budget.
Yeah. But I mean, you really didn't need to see. You got the idea.
You got the idea, yeah.
It gave you the idea. And,
But, like we're looking at, Drooper. That's the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at Drooper, and he gets the side of the
no,
face.
wait, Drooper's the lion.
We're looking at
Hold
the
on.
dog. These damn names. And it gets the side of the face ripped off, and even the nose is robotic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, no, just have, like, the head be robotic and, like, stuffing here. I've watched way too many sci-fi killer robot movies to nitpick, and I'm sorry for it. I am. But he's also holding an axe. Did he have an axe in the movie? I don't think he did at all. He was barely in it. He got his arm ripped off, too. Again, nitpicking.
He was the one who got killed. He got killed.
He showed up at the end, too.
The hot mom pushed him over the thing, and he broke.
Yeah, it's amazing. Once she took a sweater off, I was like, hey, you're kind of hot.
Hold up. A point that I need to make. The wife was so much hotter than the chick he was cheating with. That's all I'm saying about that.
And she wasn't even in the movie. They just showed pictures on his phone.
Fleagle is the dog.
Fleagle, Snorky, Drooper. I keep wanting to call him Bing Bong, but that's the thing from Inside Out.
Stop calling him Bing Bong. Hold on. I just had it up, too. I'm sorry.
We brought the phone out just for this.
I know,
to
and I'm
these
like...
things' names.
Well, you had me do something else. Fleagle, Bingo. Bingo. That's why you keep wanting to call him Bing Bong.
It's an 89-minute burn through.
He's an ape.
That is not an ape. Look at that.
That's what it says. A nasal-voiced orange ape wearing white glasses.
It's all the same guy doing
vest.
the voices for all these, too, by the way. It's an 89-minute burn through. Good makeup. If you're in for a body count, you see a body count. Like I said, it got real dark with showing, this dude getting ripped apart in front of these kids at the end, and then showing the dead body of the one guy, like, in front of an inferno.
And they were all shackled to one
Yeah, and they're all
another.
shackled. They can't leave. They're all chained up to
all of a sudden,
bleacher.
the set changes, too. And that, how did the robots know to change the set and like, make things that were going to set people on fire when they opened up the mailbox? And, things like that, I was kind of wondering throughout it. And this movie was actually, like, pretty predictable, too. And I know, it's not Shakespeare.
No, it's a typical slasher movie on a very low budget. Like I said, $1 million. Mm. If you're wondering, if you're sitting there going, well, $1 million ain't a low budget, that Unfriended movie where everything was on a Skype call cost Blumhouse $1 million. So not only that, if you actually watch that Unfriended movie, don't. Because it's on a Skype call, there's always an ad for MTV or some kind of thing like that around it, meaning you got your money from these friggin' ads. These guys did it without any ads.
Yeah. But as I was saying, like, right off the bat, I was like, oh, he's cheating on her. Okay. And then this and that and this.
You knew that birthday present was going to come into play, too. The magic wand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very predictable.
It's still, like I said, it's a fun burn through.
It is. It was fun. It's a good popcorn movie.
Popcorn movie. Yeah. And I was saving the fact. I think we're at the end, so I'm going to save the fact for this. Because I brought it up at the beginning. The story for this, the script for this, was actually one of the discarded scripts for the big screen adaptation for Five Nights at Freddy's. So I get why Five Nights at Freddy's scrapped it. There's a lot of dark lore there. And they just went with, hey, killer animatronics because of a virus. It seems right up Sci-Fi's way. Yes, we hear you putting down the carpet. Knock it off. Sci-Fi was never known for...
Philly row homes.
Yes. Sci-Fi was never known for their plot.
No. No. Nothing ever had to make sense.
When you have a movie like Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus that they put out. Sharknado. Although I will give credit, I do like one of their movies, which is called Creature, which is they mix shark DNA with human DNA, and so you actually had a man shark.
It's a human.
Yes, it's a human, and
shark human.
The person fighting it was Craig T. Nelson, Coach. Mr. Incredible.
Nice!
Yeah, so
nice.
I give credit to that one. But if you're just looking for something to turn your mind off, just watch and enjoy and go, hey, that death was pretty cool.
And it's not something you really have to think much about
That's
either.
the one. That's what I said. Turn your mind off.
Yep.
It's a slasher movie. Hopefully, this one has a little bit more. I really should take the plastic off this because it's collecting a lot of glare.
Honestly, like I'm really looking forward to watching this with you. You haven't seen this either, correct? No. Okay, so this is going to be a Forrest and Scary I've never seen.
I know about it. I know we're going into another movie now, and I apologize for that. I knew about it. I heard about it coming out. I heard about it's Nick Cage and fighting these evil animatronics. That's going to be awesome. Supposed to go in the theaters. It never went in the theaters. If it did go in the theaters, it wasn't in North America.
Is that better?
It wasn't in the U.S.
Better, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. This, still fun. Definitely going to get the sequel when it comes out.
Oh, yeah. Because we're going to have to.
We're going to have to now after doing a video on this. Well. Oh, God, you're setting. Just play it already. I want it to get stuck in your head. Like, subscribe, notification.
Tell your grandma about us.
Yeah, sorry we followed Ed Wood up with this.
No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all.
I'm a little bit, but I'll live.
You're never sorry about anything.
That's true. I don't care about